All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. With flipping easy by your side.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everyone can hear us okay. I think you can. Looks like you can at least. Business policies. I think that's one of the things that are overlooked when we're selling on eBay. And I think I'm going to get in trouble here, but I'm just going to tell you guys how I feel about stuff. And look, we don't always have to agree, but you know, how you decide to run your business is how you run your business. But I put a lot of credit into the success in the stores, in the little small 300 item store that I run, on the idea that I manage my business policies very well, and I do it in a way where I avoid how I feel about it. Okay, because I'd love to have a 3-day handling time. I'd love to have a no return policy. I mean, when I see a return comes, when a return comes to the door, I get this feeling of disappointment, right? And I hate it. Of course, I can manage that a little bit by telling buyers that they can't return the item, and that would probably cut the returns down a little bit, but there's still an element of buyers who'll still know how to open a return and get around your no return policy. And I think a lot of times as sellers, we operate our businesses, and I'll call it a business because that's what I truly believe it is for most of us, but we operate our eBay stores and businesses out of what's comfortable for us, right? So it's comfortable to have a 3-day handling time. It's comfortable to have a no returns policy. We don't want to deal with returns, that negative side of of reselling. But I got to tell you guys, I think we're kind of in our own way when it comes to setting up our policies. Now, the 3-day handling, I can tell you can use that as your advantage. You can, if you're going to be out of town for a day or two, it's certainly a tool you can use. Now, I'm not saying that, go same day shipping, but I got to say the closer you can get to same day shipping or handling is going to benefit you, because buyers have been molded into this mindset where they want it now. Amazon has done this to people where I could order some stuff right now on Amazon and get it by 5 p.m. Well, for those of you, it's already 6 p.m. your time, but you know what I'm saying? I could get it tonight in some cases, and in many cases as early as overnight. You can't do that with eBay. And when a buyer goes from that experience over to eBay, and then they see, well, why is it taking a week or more for me to get this item? It's a turnoff. And they go away and they try to find something that's going to get to them sooner, especially if it's a need item over a want item. And then your return policy. What is it? What screams louder to a buyer that you don't stand behind your product than a no return policy? It's like, why, if there's a problem, why wouldn't they want me to return this? So, and I think, and I've seen this before, many of the biggest offenders when it comes to sellers who set a no return policy are the ones that want you to accept their return. I've had so many, because I go in and look when people, out of just curiosity, who opens returns, and I'm like, oh, this is a seller too. You go look at their items and it's like, they have no returns on all their policies. Ain't that a little rich? But all that aside, the goal here is, how do we make eBay happy? And I think some people don't care what eBay thinks, and that's good. You keep operating your business that way. But I got to tell you, if you continue to operate your business without regard to the algorithm and what it wants you to do, you're not going to maximize your sales on this platform. You may get sales. I'm not going to say you won't, but you could do very, very much better to comply.
Very much better.
Very, very much better. What are you the grammar police?
Yeah, that didn't.
These guys tune in to learn new words every week. So,
I don't think so.
Or new phrases. So you'll do better for your business if you get into the mindset of, this is what eBay wants my business to do. And while it sucks, I don't want to get up in the morning and ship for something that's sold overnight. I really do believe it will have it'll definitely help your conversion rate when you're making your sales. So that's that's a little diatribe that I have today. See what you guys think. We could talk about some of the things if you want. It's a Friday evening, and after we're done here, we might have to go to the post office because our main carrier is off this week. Had another procedure, so he's going to be gone, or he has been gone. Don't know who to count on. I don't know if they're coming or not, the backup. And I did tell FedEx, at least the account rep that they gave me a few years ago, who's really, I don't even know if it's the same account rep. I sent an email saying, hey, we get a FedEx package once every 3 days. I'm not paying $4 a day for that. So let's cancel. So they may not even be coming either. So if that's the case, we've got to hightail it in about an hour and a half or so. So maybe a shorter live stream. So who do we have with us? We've got Henri Squaw as the first one here with us.
Yay! You made it before the guys? What?
In it to flip it. Mike Mecco, nice to see you guys. Slipping in at third. How's everyone's week? My sales are consistent but not heavy, really. Preparing my store for a week of time away next week. Planes to Profit meetup in Omaha.
Is that already? Oh my gosh.
Already.
It's already going to be April. This, I swear, when you get older, like everything just goes by so fast.
One day we'll get out that way to Planes to Profit. Duncan in Australia says, yes, I got here before Thomas. Sponsored by KFC and Cricket Cicadas. In it to flip it was saying that they're getting some sales trickling in. Everything is crashed last Friday, has not yet recovered. So frustrating having an old account when they're tinkering. Yeah, it sucks when you're doing everything you can and there's some things going on in the background, and many of the things that are happening we can't see directly, but we can see indirectly through our traffic and, of course, as a result, our sales. Brenda Smith says, happy Friday, everyone. Returned from Florida to no snow.
Yay!
Copper Cat, hi, John, Jen, and gang. Beautiful day in my part of Arkansas.
Yes, we love beautiful days.
Tommy Z says, hey, John and Jenna, and the most excellent reselling couple on YouTube. Thanks for the live. Much appreciated. PS sales are good here. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, thanks for tuning in, Tommy Z. One thing I got to say, I just remembered, I guess I gave the impression on the last live that I don't appreciate what she does. And maybe I in my indirect way of humor was saying, oh, you didn't get all of it done while I was gone. Shame on you. But that's the furthest thing from the truth.
That was very sarcastic, and he really is very supportive of what I can and cannot do.
I mean, we're trying to get her more involved. I mean, she's been doing the sourcing more now, and that's been very, very helpful to me. But I'm always, even if she knew how to do everything or was willing to do everything while I was gone, there's always going to be a side of me that's going to be in it. I'm going to have my app. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to send offers. I'm going to do the little things, even though she's got it.
I did try to make sure that the offers went out throughout the day, right? Yeah. So that he knew that I was watching the account and he didn't have to send any offers.
But I still send offers.
I know.
But Jovial says, R.I.P. Chuck Norris?
Yeah.
What?
He passed away today, 86.
No. How?
So sad.
Chuck can't die.
I think they want to say it's heart something. I don't know.
See,
I don't know that some people are saying it's natural causes.
Wow, he died in Hawaii at least.
Who knows? You have to wait till the thing comes out to find out actually what he does.
He's definitely an American icon and one of toughness. And I remember seeing one, someone made an AI image of, I think, a Star Wars based thing. It was pretty badass, but I think it was a little movie clip that they did with him in it. He's one guy I would have liked to have seen in Star Wars. I think that would have been pretty freaking cool. But nonetheless,
no, he's more of a Western.
He would have been a cool. He would have been a cool Jedi. If I'm wrong, tell me down below. Or you know what?
Oh,
You know what?
you and these stupid polls.
What?
No.
What?
Nobody needs a poll.
Why not? Why not? I think it's interesting. Would Chuck Norris have been a good Jedi character in Star Wars? I want to know what you guys think. I think he'd been an excellent character. There you go. There's your poll. That's one of your polls. It's out if you guys want to. It's actually thinking right now. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I think you guys have the poll. Nonetheless, Joe Samard's with us. Nice to see you, Joe. Christopher Nutter. Nice to see you, Christopher.
Hello, everyone.
Shopping with Cheryl. Hope you all in Vegas aren't overcooked. A nice 75 degrees in southeast Kentucky.
No, it's like
It's
97, almost 100. We were expected to be at 109, but they dropped it, so that's nice to know.
So, you got a comment from Beard. No, there is your answer. End of show.
What's the answer? Or what was the question?
Well, I guess the question is, are your business policies hurting your business?
No.
But I got to say, though, someone like Bearded Picker has his processes in order, has utilized AI to develop processes that work for him and his schedule. Now, I don't know if he has same day anymore. I know that he at one point had more than 1 day handling. I don't know if he's gone down to same day, but really I'm of the opinion, and maybe it's just out of ignorance and not knowing everyone else's situation, but most resellers that are full-time, there's really, in my mind, no reason why you wouldn't have some kind of same day shipping policy. Like we have a 7 a.m. cutoff, and then anything beyond 7 a.m. it's treated like, but eBay counts that as the same day business policy, but it's kind of a way to skirt around it because most of your sales are going to happen after 7 a.m. So it's really kind of a 1 day. Yeah. Henri Squaw says, howdy everyone and happy Friday. Nice to see you, Henri Squaw.
Friday. Did you tell them we're going to the movies?
We are going to the movies.
Yeah. What are we seeing?
We're seeing that sci-fi movie. Shit, I don't even remember.
You said shit?
Movies, yeah. It could be shit, but it had good reviews. But it is the Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary, where it's Ryan Gosling, thing. Yeah, and it had 97. That's kind of how I base if a movie's worth going to. If not the critics, because I can care how the critics think, but more of the audience score. If it's over like 80%, then I'm there. And this one has a 97, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Keith says, hi all. Hi, John and Jenna. Nice to see you.
Hello, Keith.
Todd's with us. Nice to see you.
Hello, Todd.
And Jody Triple J Reseller says, hi, John, Jenna, and FA Chat. Happy Friday. I'm listening while getting chores done today. Busy week. Sales continue to be great. I'd say they're solid for us. Pretty solid. Nothing too great. I mean, we started off Monday and Tuesday with over $500 days. And then Wednesday, Thursday, 360. But again, the cool thing is having that other store that's performing, $150, $200, dollars in sales is really offset days that aren't as good.
Yeah.
Callie Debs says, hello, John, Jen, and chat. I just came in from the outside. It's really hot here in Burbank. Too early to be this hot. It's close to 100 degrees.
Yeah.
That must mean that it's about 105 in the valley. It's a little warmer in the valley. Henri Squaw says it has
Too
been
early for this heat.
Been a slow sales week for me, says Henri Squaw.
Yeah, I just feel like this year's really off.
It's not.
I
not
do
off.
feel like it's off.
Off in what way?
Maybe I feel that way because we're not doing big packages. And everything is more like smaller. I don't know. I don't know why it makes me feel like we're not doing like what we did last year.
Well, here's what eBay's saying. Generally didn't want to do this, but I'll do it to show you. I mean, instead of just telling you about it, I'll show you. We're at 27,000 in sales for this year. I mean, to me, that's not great, but according to eBay, they say I'm up 3.5% over last year. Down slightly in the number of items sold, and my ASP is up. I always like to see that. I always like to see, we're getting more value out of each sold item versus, selling more quantity. I don't know. Just me. I just like seeing that. means less packages you have to deal with, and we're making more money.
Oh, and then I'm gonna be doing another shipping video. Who was asking
Oh, a
about
lot of
the
people.
tape?
That was Sean Gatto was saying
Okay.
that. But I know Duncan and a lot of folks want
Well,
to see
I
what-
was gonna do one because she says she's having trouble with tape. So
Well,
I'm
we've been
gonna-
having trouble with tape too, or paper tape
well,
machine.
no, it's every time you touch it, it turns to shit.
I just hit the button. I don't do anything crazy.
No, well then don't touch it. Have me do it.
You want me to wake you up when you're taking a nap to do it? Because there's times that's happening and I need to make a box. Should I touch it then?
No.
Okay. So as far as the other account, and this is the cool thing, we're looking at this year as compared to last year. This is really where we're seeing a difference. So this year, we're at $8,119. On the secondary account, we're up 16.5% over last year. And I really am surprised. I thought that number was going to be higher. But, this is what we have going on. The number of items are down, but our ASP has gone up 30%.
Wow.
So, this helps supplement. And we're trying to build this account. It doesn't have to necessarily be at the level of the main account, but if we can get it up there, that's great. What happened?
No, I see you. You'll get to it.
Okay. Duncan says packing up a big order to New Zealand. Too hard to do it.
Oh no.
You can do it!
Beard says I dang near took a bullet from the show, and Todd is a mod and not me. Jenna beat John for me.
I will.
She's the manager of the channel, by
I
the way.
can't do it because I can't get inside.
You can do
I
it!
can't get into the account.
You can do it!
Okay,
Okay,
Duncan
stop.
says finally got my first
No,
eBay
click on-
generated. Which one?
Can you click on his name,
Beard?
please, and go to the dots?
Okay, you want it now. Hold
I
on.
want
it's
it
not
now.
it's not allowing me. Hold on.
Because
Hold on. Let me do it. Let me make sure that Beard's a mod. Hold on. Where's it at?
he's right there.
Yeah, it was not letting me do it. Okay. Okay.
You have to do it
here's
from
the
the other screen,
No, here,
remember?
remember, it's this screen, right?
No, it's
I
remember.
can't get over there without losing this screen. Don't worry, we'll get you down. So I don't think the audience cares right now about that.
Well, I have to do things when it's on my mind because I
Write
forget
it down.
everything.
Here, write it down. I'll be glad to do it after the show. Sorry, Beard. Ping G says, happy Friday, John and Jenna in chat. Jovial says, on a lighter note, happy Great American Meat Out Day on this first day of spring. Is your meat out? Please keep it covered. What?
If your meat is out, please keep it covered. Please. Yeah, do everyone a favor.
That's weird. It's just, why do I think of Arby's when I see that? I don't know. It's just weird to me. Because they have the meats.
It's in the meat. Or what?
They have
what do
the
they
meats.
say?
They have the meats.
They have the meats.
But their meat is out. Okay, Beard says, I was talking to Cheryl. Okay, Duncan says, house sales, John, still crickets. No, I wouldn't call them crickets. They're fine.
They're no crickets. It's just...
We have a lot of inventory. I've got to get that processed. Plus, I've been working on little side distractions. I have this weekend working on taxes. I've usually start the data collection, doing a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm just gonna go at it this weekend and just try to get it done here by the end of the month. Mike Sellers says, happy Friday. Nice to see you, Mike.
Happy Friday.
Keith says, well, hello, John and Jenna. Welcome back to our chat. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Megan Farrell. I haven't seen Megan in a while.
I
Hi,
see
friends.
Megan on Facebook. And
Well,
her cute little goat.
in the chat, though. In the chat. Ping G says, don't you love the automated feedback? So far, I've received 124 automated feedback.
Oh, nice.
I'm fine with... I don't care so much about feedback at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. It's a way to build up your account. Most buyers don't care either, and they buy the item, they get it, they're happy. They're not looking to make their purchase a social media event to leave a positive. Some do, but I'd say most don't. So it's good for those people. Is Jenna still dead bored during my talk? Were you dead bored when I was talking?
No, I was reading the comments. So.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys are keeping her company then. Grams and Pops Vintage. Grams says hello from the sunny state of South Dakota.
I don't know if you can get away with the sunny state of South Dakota,
wouldn't
but
mind
if
going-
it's sunny there, I sure hope it is now.
I
at
wouldn't
this
mind
point.
visiting that state.
I
at
do
some
want to
point.
go to South Dakota. There's a lot of places I would like to go.
Keith says, Duncan, Jenna is just watching chat. Make sure you behave yourself as well as the rest of us.
That's right.
Mark says, more sales, no doubt.
Mm.
Yeah. And Bearded Picker says, you stole this from me on the PPP.
Is that what you guys talked about?
We talked about a lot of things. You guys are just going to have to stay tuned. I think it's probably one of our better shows. And coincidentally, Josh is too busy in the Caribbean.
He's vacationing.
To hang with us. I mean, he was too busy. He could have said, look, I need an hour.
I thought
can go out in the
heard
sun.
him.
No, he wasn't on the show this week. Kyle Cameron says, yesterday a buyer said they will refuse delivery, and I asked them to go through the eBay returns process and not go to circumvent it, but they said they'd done it before and it's fine. So guess what? That delivery attempt covers you, right?
Yeah.
So the carrier attempted to deliver, they denied it, they refused it, and now if that thing gets lost in the mail, you're covered, they're not.
Yeah.
Duncan says he keeps mentioning the R word, returns.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a real thing. Look,
It's a bad word.
it's a bad word, but it's a good word in the sense, if you look at it as a positive, it means you're making sales because you can't get a return if you haven't sold anything, right?
True that.
Ping G says, I had to create business policies in order to use List Easier. Easy peasy, 1-day handling, 30-day return policy, calculated shipping, giving my discount plus adding $1 handling fee. And you could take it a step further. You could take it a step further and say, okay, I have a business policy for UPS. Maybe it's FedEx for you, or one for Ground Advantage. Maybe you have one. I even did this too, is I made one that is a dual. So it gives the buyer an option. So let's say you have a package where maybe locally FedEx is the better option, or somewhere in your general zone, FedEx is the better price, but across the country, Ground Advantage gives them the better price. I have one that gives the buyer the option to sort of choose which one they want. Tommy eBay, John, how did you get such a young, beautiful wife?
Oh, wow.
It's
Thank
skills.
you so much, Tommy.
I got to tell you, it's not the
I'm
same
not
kind.
young, though.
I can't give you this kind of advice on this channel. I can give you reselling advice, but this kind of advice is worth its weight in gold. I'd have to charge you $39.95 to join my Discord to get this kind of advice.
Okay,
So
that's enough.
Devon says hello, nice to see you.
Hello, Devon.
Keith says, Duncan, it's okay to be cool. He didn't mention the PPP. CK Roll says, I have no return policy on my eBay store, and it has served me well. All of our items are brand new, so please buy with caution. But I'm wondering, see, this is the thing. We don't know what we don't know. So you know what your sales are with a no return policy, right? They're brand new. But what you don't know is, and I guess I'm just assuming here, have you tried a return policy with the same type of merchandise over a given period of time to see what your conversion rate would look like? Because you might be satisfied with your current sales, and by all means, keep doing what you're doing. But if you're looking to improve upon your sales, that could be holding your conversion rate back. Because I promise you, there's many people like me that will look at that return policy and go, what are they hiding? What is this? Why is it that they don't want me to return this
Yeah, but
item?
maybe their sales are fantastic and they don't.
Someone's at the front door, by the way. I can't hear them, but
Your cord.
yeah, but you might be late now because this ring is very, very late. And I turned the ringer off. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm just saying, look, I'm only here to give ideas. You know, if your sales are fine, you're killing it, have a no return policy, have 10 days handling for all I care. I mean, if it works for you, that's what's important. But I think at the end of the day, we're none of us are ever really satisfied with the number of sales we're getting. And if we're looking at little tweaks we can make to our store to help improve that, is that going to double your sales overnight? Certainly not. Will it help you convert more sales? I believe it would. Duncan says, how many returns have you got? I think I have like 3 or 4 outstanding returns out. And of course, that doesn't mean anything because many times these people don't even send it back. Who was that at the door?
FedEx.
Oh, okay, so they didn't get the memo. Let's see. Mike Seller says Walmart has been sending orders out by drivers 50 miles one way to my case. In my case, wow. We don't order a lot of stuff on Walmart. We do a lot of it on Amazon.
Yeah. But I've seen it. I've seen the Walmart carriers driving their own cars at the neighbors' houses.
Big Dre Graphic Tees. In my experience, Amazon shipping really isn't fast anymore. At least the purchases I've made. It usually takes 2 or 4 days. Next day delivery happens occasionally. I am focused. If I have two similar items, I will find the item that gets it to me. I'm just weird like that.
Yeah.
I want it now.
He's one of those.
I don't want them to forget. It's stupid, but it's just I want it now, or I'll forget. Like, I order something and it's like a few days go by and my mind just is thinking about something else, and I may get it and I'm not as excited about it. I want it now.
Of that, I gotta buy what's in the cart.
As long as John does not swear in French. Espeste. Okay, I won't.
Okay.
Thomas says, I'm here late again. I'm going to try very, very much better to beat Duncan next week. At least you're here.
Yes.
Beard wants to know, did you see his thumbnail for the night?
Oh, God.
So, Beard's going live tonight, just so you guys know.
He is?
And he's been questionable lately. It's either he's, showing up or he's not showing up.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the thumbnail.
Wow.
And my thought is, is there a theme here? If you've seen his videos, you'll notice that there's a theme.
Is there something you need to tell Joni?
So now I said to him, look, man, you need to make this right. Okay. That's a better thumbnail. Okay.
Wow.
So, AI, right? I don't think they know these people.
Oh my gosh.
But we'll find out what thumbnail he uses.
Wow.
Here pretty soon.
That's
Hey, what's with Chuck Norris on the top?
Terrifying.
Oh, he put Chuck Norris above them in his actual thumbnail.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think you should redo it and make Chuck Norris a Jedi. But that's just my thought. And
I guess I was pretty distracted by the shirtless men.
And so far we have 45 votes. Would Chuck Norris have been a good Jedi character in Star Wars? 51% say yes, 49% say no.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, do you think he'd been a better villain? I don't think so. I
No,
think he'd
not
be
a
a badass Jedi. I think he would have been perfect in Qui-Gon Jinn's role.
No,
I think so.
I don't.
Bachelor
looky there,
Brad.
looky there.
Bachelor Brad says, more better.
Brad.
I've been saying that for years.
More better. We have a
Most bestest.
We have a place here that John loves to eat at called Mo Bettas.
Mo Bettas.
Mobettas.
HS. Mo Bettas.
Oh, AHS.
And it's Hawaiian food, and it is some of the best Hawaiian food I've had. It's wonderful.
It is good. He just likes to eat it way too often.
I haven't had that in weeks.
We will.
So I guess we're going tonight.
No, we're not. We're going.
So I want to say thank you to Keith.
Yes.
We have who's got the membership?
We've got Buy Low Sell Chai, Silver Hair Stacker,
Todd,
Ryan Hess, Chachi JD, Michael W. Blade.
And that's that.
And that's it.
Well, thank you so much for the memberships. Now, if you're a member of the channel, we had one on Wednesday. If you missed it because you weren't a member or you just didn't know about it, we had a roundtable live stream where we went in and we came across a cool store. It is the name of the store is Bananas for Scale or Banana for Scale.
Oh my gosh.
And on every photo they used a damn banana to
and it was a different banana because I went and looked at the pictures. It was a different banana in every picture.
The guy must be eating like banana bread, but let's see. Banana, let's see if I can get it here real quick. Banana for Scale, I think it is. I hope I'm right. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Here it is. So here's the store. And let me get this off my screen here real quick. I don't know where it's at. I don't know. It won't go away. Oh, it's down here at the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I want to get that off of there. Where did it go? Here
right
it
there.
is. Okay. So you see... They put a banana on every front
But there is
photo.
one
It's
picture.
it's a shirt.
It's
but
a shirt that doesn't have it.
that is just the oddest. I mean, look. I mean,
What
the
is
banana.
that?
The banana is like. That's just nuts to me.
Oh, it's a pin.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, okay, well, and then of course he puts in the listing, banana for scale not included.
Well, that's what I was so adamant on making him look at is
That's
to make
ridiculous.
sure that they knew they were not getting a banana.
Yeah, I think it's
Because
just
you
nuts.
know there is someone out there that's going to be like, I didn't get my banana with my purchase.
I don't know if this is a serious seller. I'm just saying. I don't.
You know what? You got to have fun with it.
No.
I mean, that's a little off.
Okay.
the wall,
Have
but-
fun at the expense of your profits. That's the way I look at it.
But is it really?
It
Is
could
the
be.
person having good sales?
If your photo is more banana than the actual item, that's not good. I'm just saying. John Elishat says, Happy Friday, John and Jenna. Going to get my taxes done tomorrow. First year, including eBay. Hope I don't owe too much.
Yeah.
Well, that's always the fear,
It's
right?
just-
That's always the fear.
It's always a gamble.
Andy Reno says, on the other side of the coin, I got a brand new mini projector with screen coming back to me. Just didn't like it. So hopefully they return it back in the same condition, and it's going to be just real quick turnaround. You get it back up. If it's a good enough item, that thing will sell. And if you took an offer before, maybe it'll sell at full price. Mary Ann Mama
Hello.
says, Happy Friday. I hope sales pick up this weekend. You know, it used to be we would look forward to the weekend as being the 3 days that really made our week.
Mhm.
And now it's like a crapshoot.
Yeah, it's just like I said, this year's been really off for some reason. I can't quite nail it down though.
I've got something to throw by you guys that I want to ask you. Really messed me up because I've never seen this before. So we had one of these little recliner chair motors, actuator motors that we get every so often. This one's been sitting for at least 2 months in the garage waiting for a buyer. Finally get a buyer on it. And within, I'd say 30 minutes, here comes the cancellation request. It's like, okay, whatever. Okay, take the cancellation. And eBay says, you want us to relist it? Yes, relist it. So then I go back to my other account. I'm working and I get a message on my phone from a buyer saying that, hey, I know that I wanted to cancel this, but I checked the plug and it's going to work. So I'm like, well, I go to the original cancellation request and I take a screenshot. I said, well, it says that it's still pending. I can't
undo it.
I can't undo it. Then I start looking and I'm like, wait, this item's no longer for sale. So what happened was someone bought this thing. They decided to cancel it. We accept the cancellation. eBay relisted it and someone immediately went and bought it again.
Mhm.
Someone different. And then they requested the cancellation and they said, well, I want it still. So I went in and found that it was a second cancellation. So I denied the cancellation.
Yeah, it was so weird.
But has anybody ever received a cancellation request for the same item in the same day? This is the first time this ever happened to
it
me.
was literally like back to back. It was very strange.
Andy Reno, what's up, FAE family? Nice to see you.
What's up, Andy?
Devon says, 81 degrees, just got back from the river with my son.
Oh, nice. I wish we had a river out here
Yeah,
that you
rivers.
could actually sit by.
I was just at one. I'm just saying.
Don't rub it in.
Altour. I think I got that right. I'm not sure. Alture?
Hello,
Says, Happy
hello.
Friday, John and Jenna. Nice to see you.
Happy Friday.
Pink says, I resisted creating business policies, but when I had to do it, they're exactly how I've been operating in the past 25 years. Versus, I think, by default, you go in and just set whatever shipping option you want every time you make a listing, and it can get kind of tedious.
Yeah, that just is time consuming.
Todd says, 2-day shipping handling is good for me. Look, I'm not going to argue with you, Todd.
Hey, we don't argue with Todd.
I don't argue with Todd.
Is
Todd
right.
is set in his ways.
Todd knows what he's doing. He can afford those cruises, and that's all
That's
that
right.
matters.
That's Todd is happy, and you know,
Yes.
if I could get my hands on Todd's store, I don't know if he'd recognize it if once he got back to it. Duncan says, you got mentioned at the top of the chat, Thomas.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, always gets mentioned at the top of chat. We got Spam Banshee, and I'm sure Primo's there. Aloha, everyone. Nice to see you.
Did you see that Spam was on another podcast by herself?
Yeah.
I still need to watch it. I apologize.
Because
Spam, I need to watch it, but
she had herself in the mode to do a live with you while I was gone.
That's
and
a
you
lie.
let her down.
That's
So
a
she
lie.
had to get her live.
No.
She had to get that live stress out of the way.
I mean, we could have, but it was too much.
You should have.
It really should.
You should have. What about going live? That doesn't matter if I'm here or not. Going live on the other channel where there's not as many people. Would that be as?
Not by no.
No, well, maybe get Spam or someone on there with you. You know?
I don't have much to add to that kind of a conversation.
Have you seen a lot of these live streams and podcasts lately on Reselling? They don't either. I'm just saying.
Wow.
You know, look at Trash to Cash. They laugh. They laugh their way through half of the, material.
Even in our lives, we don't. I mean,
But
yeah, it's
the Profit Playbook
70%
podcast.
reselling and 30%.
But Profit Playbook podcast, we're down to business.
Yeah, you guys are way too professional for me.
We get down to the nitty gritty. We don't waste your time on that podcast.
Yeah, and it's kind of ironic that they do such a serious podcast between
But we have fun doing it.
Primo, Beard, and John.
Well, I think what happens is
I
Spam gives something to Primo, so he's like calm. She gives him something. There's some kind of medication being provided. And
Maybe
he just sits
she gives
there.
him a shot.
He just sits there quiet, waiting for his turn. It's like, wait, that's the medication you need to give him before your lives.
It's called discipline. He knows how to turn it on and turn it off.
Lil Wormy says, got my feedback fixed. eBay removed it. There you go. There you go.
That's awesome.
And if anything, it's going to make you feel better. But it's really not going to move the needle on anything going on.
But it does hurt the ego.
Yeah, you feel like you did a good job. You feel like you
Yeah.
delivered it on time. You did everything you're supposed to do, and then they decide that they're going to get nasty
Extreme
with you.
heat warning until 8 p.m.
Oh, that's nice. It's hot in here
on
anyway.
the 22nd, it says.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
It's not too hot in here right now.
Yeah, well.
But our air conditioner has been on.
But we got this nice fan in here. It makes things cooler. Mike Seller says 72 degrees here in South Dakota was 0 on Monday. Ouch.
Hey, so you guys are warming up, getting some sunshine.
Wow, that's a big turnaround.
Has all the snow melted?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Duncan says Jenna did not react when KFC was mentioned.
When was KFC?
She's used to it by now.
Yeah,
She's
it
used
kind
to
of
it by
just goes.
Ping G says 92 degrees in SoCal right now.
Yeah. I'm going to be going to SoCal here in...
I know. Her sister's coming out to visit, and then she's going to hitchhike with her sister back home, and then we're going to find a way for her to get back home when she's...
Fly back home.
Yeah, and she's going to leave everything to me.
I'm going to leave everything to you for a week.
Devon says eBay sales are not too bad.
That's good.
That's good to hear.
Good.
Ended to Flip It says we had 15 degrees and 15 inches of snow last weekend. Tomorrow will be 72 degrees.
This weather is so bipolar. I can't keep up.
Now, isn't that what kind of causes your flooding up in that area of the world? You get a lot of the snow, and then the weather changes real quick, and then your rivers can't handle it.
I think Minnesota is a little bit different. They have
because this is going on in North Dakota. I think it usually happens a lot. The Red River. Todd says 90 degrees here in Central Texas. Dang it! Went from winter to summer in a week.
Literally overnight.
And we're in March.
Overnight. It's like it's March. Can we just
it's not
have
even,
a slow
It's not even the first day
transition?
of spring. First day of spring's tomorrow, I think.
I think it's today, isn't it?
No, tomorrow, I think.
Oh.
Devon. Nice to see you, Devon. Beard says John wants to blame Jenna for ordering shower shitters next time.
Yeah, that's what. See, my biggest fear is that when I am doing the sourcing, and I'm like, dear God, I'm gonna win items that he is gonna look at me sideways.
We gotta talk, people. We gotta talk.
What?
So yesterday, Jenna shows me this item.
Oh, I know.
And it has comps for $900, multiple comps, and it's some kind of a bracket system. And it looks like it's going to be pretty heavy, maybe 20, 30, 40 pounds. I don't know. But these brackets are like currently where we go, they're at $1. Yeah, start the bidding at $1. So I'm like, okay, look, I said, because they're heavy, $900 free shipping. You may be spending up to $100 for the shipping label, but here's where I am on these kind of items. There's not a lot of history. There's 3 sold comps in 90 days, which lowers the price for me. I want you to go like $21. That's it. $21. Throw it out there. There's 3 different ones too, 3 different listings. So go $21.
No, there's 2.
Well, there's 2. Okay, go $21.
One is double the. It's a double. It's 2. You get the item is 2. The other one is for 1. So 2 sets of 2 on one auction, and then 1 auction for 1 set.
But I think the comps are for the pair. But nonetheless,
yeah.
Nonetheless, I said just to go with that. If you get it, you get it. You don't even think twice about it. So I'm at bowling last night, and she sends me screenshots where she bid this damn thing up to $70.
No, okay, so hear me out. So the first one, I was busy with the dogs. I was giving dogs a bath last night. So I didn't catch the one where I got outbid, and I was a little upset because I wanted that big win. I really did. So then I checked the other one because I'm like, oh, where's the other one at? What time does that one end, and where is it at right now? And it currently showed me as outbid. And like he said, I bid $21. And I'm like, this is like an $800, $900, let's just even say $700 sale. Okay. $100 for shipping. All right. My mindset is I'm going to bid more. And this mother trucker.
The emotion. There's the emotion.
Mother trucker.
Here's the emotion.
I was very bitter, and I revenge bid. And I just kept going because it was, me, him, and going back and forth. And so finally he got up to like $67 or something. So I went in, and I think I put 70 or something. He went up and did 73, and I'm like, John is going to kill me if I bid anymore, and I actually win. So I did. I'll admit, I revenge bid because I wanted it, and I wanted that big win.
This is a pair of blank quick attach coupler compatible with JRB 416 loader mounts. I have no idea what that is.
They're large, and they look very, very heavy because they're really thick metal. I don't know if you can show them.
I can try. I'm trying. So that's what they are. And I don't.
But in the other picture that we have of the actual item, that's a store or a retail stock picture. The other picture shows what they look like and how big the box is. And so I was like thinking, okay, it's going to be really heavy to ship, but the return is good.
But it's a lot like that. Remember that tractor knee that I bought a few years back, and the thing was going, the comps were like 200 something bucks, and I bought it for $1. Now, if I would have gotten into a bidding war over that, I would have given up after 3. Yeah, it sold after I brought the price down after a year. It sold for $140 plus the cost of shipping. I go cheaper on the bid because I know that I'm gonna be holding on to that for some time.
But you don't know that.
I have a very, very good idea from experience that that's going to happen with that type of item.
Yeah, but you don't know that. And there were more than 3 solds, but they were just not. There were 3 solds in the last 90 days, and then there were a couple that were in like September and other months. I just
think that that's one of the biggest mistakes.
Hey, I'm telling you.
One of the biggest mistakes you can make. She doesn't want me to say what I have to say.
No.
She said the word revenge. That's an emotional term. Okay. You got to get your emotions out of the business. You formulate a plan, you draw a line. This is as much as I'm going to spend on this item, because maybe it would normally be, if it had a normal return, it was a normal size item, didn't have extra handling, all that crap. Maybe it's a $7,500 item, right? But at the end of the day,
$7,500.
$75 to $100 item.
Yeah.
that you would spend. But at the end of the day, you fill up your store with enough of those items that have slow sell through, you're going to run out of room, especially large items like that. So for me, $21. I bought many items in my day.
Yeah, but the jerk came back at 22. I'm not going to lose that item for $1. I don't do it on any other.
I used to
bids.
get this way with
less.
pallets. I used to get this way with pallets. And
Yes,
I'd
you
say,
have.
okay, my strategy, my formula, my 40-40 strategy says I can spend $3,000 on this pallet. Set the bid with 10
and
minutes
then he's
left.
like, Jenna!
10 minutes left, and I'm like, oh,
What do you think?
crap, someone outbid me. So, of course, it resets, gives you another like 5 minutes
Yeah.
or whatever on the bidding period. I'm like, damn it. I really like this pallet. Jenna, what do you think if I go up to 3,500? Okay, if you think so, boom, 3,500. And then this person comes in behind and makes it 4,000. It's like, what the hell?
Mhm.
And then, there's been times where I end up getting it for like 30% more than my bottom line, and I'm questioning things at that point. Why the hell did I do this? Get your emotions out of your sourcing. There'll be more opportunities later.
And I don't care about any other items, but that's the biggest one that I've seen while I was doing the bidding. And I was like, God, I would love that. That would be like my vacation money.
Marianne Mama says, that is what I said. Chuck Norris defeats death. Yes.
Yeah.
He was a month older than Joe Samard.
Okay.
And to flip it, I'm talking to someone else. We'll go down there. Chuck Norris would kick Vader's ass. Yes, I agree. Thomas says, met Chuck Norris when I was 22. He was a guest instructor for my kickboxing class in Florida.
Oh, how cool.
That is cool. Hopefully you got his autograph. That'd have been kind of a cool thing.
That's awesome.
Same day handling.
He's a good guy. I like him.
Same day handling for Thomas with the 6 a.m. cutoff. That means you get credit for having same day handling, even though after 6 a.m. you don't have anything sold after that. Doesn't have to go out until the next day. Time to Sell Collectibles says, hello, John and Jenna. FA Friday. I went down the rabbit hole on Discord and ended up being late.
Uh-oh.
And if you want my address for all that stuff that is just too overwhelming, I'll, flippinainteasy2020 at gmail.com. I'll be glad to take it off your hands.
Oh, I guess I missed it. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
I'll have to go back and look.
Let's see. Thomas says, bad words galore in this video. You guys need a effing curse jar. LOL. And I didn't curse there.
Dude, we'd be so poor if we had a curse jar. Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Yes. Christopher says, yeah, Duncan, Jenna overdue with the shipping video. There you go.
But I've done one, you guys.
You
What
guys
the
got
heck?
to do it this weekend. There you go.
I do. I was going to do it on Thursday, but by the time I got rolling and going, Mr. Man was in here filming his PPP.
That's right. Crimey River says, hello, John and Jenna. I hope everyone is well. I'm trying not to pay attention to that sales are dead. Trying to list Sorry I Missed Wednesday's podcast.
That's okay.
Well, watch it. Check it out. But there's always going to be the next one. Right now, it looks like somewhere around, you're going to be gone the 8th of April is kind of what I'm shooting
I'll be
for.
gone that week.
So it'll be peaceful. So you can, come and hang out and we can all, what? Saying it'll be no tape going off in the background or anything like that.
Oh, and that happens when
Keith says,
when
I hope
you normally go on.
I hope John ticked the box for not children when he created the live. Was I really cursing a lot? I don't know.
No, you just said shit.
Oh, okay.
Well, there we go. There's another one.
Where's the beef? I got to get that for a sound effect. Where's the beef? Dave says, I always keep my meat covered.
Why is the chat doing this?
I don't
Do you
know.
see it jumping?
It's like, it's all the curse words that are causing to like converse. Andy says, convulse. No napping nap when you're dead. Just ask Chuck Norris. Yes. Little soon.
Yeah, a little too soon,
Big
Andy.
Dre says, shipping out a pair of Nikes for $125. Free shipping.
Yes.
Love that. But nothing is better than a pair of Nikes that you get free that you sell for $125 free ship. There you go. That someone threw over your backyard, which is a true story. Ryan Hess says, happy Friday. So I'll be experiencing above standard for the first time because the winter storms we had here in February, I wasn't able to get 14 packages to the post office with 1 day handling.
Yeah.
I would be calling somebody and getting a supervisor on the line and making reference to the fact that eBay was supposed to cover sellers during that period when all those storms were happening.
Ryan, did you call them or send a message or something?
Kyle Cameron says USPS lost $1,800 package this week. How was your week going?
Oh
LOL.
my gosh.
But it's a loss. They lost it. And if you've insured it for this other $1,700, they need to come through. I like checking my mail because you get these checks in the mail for USPS. I won't dox myself. But they do come through, and they come through pretty fast. And here's the cool thing. On a USPS lost package, there are no seller fees, right? So they'll give you back the amount of the sale plus the shipping that they charged you. You just don't report that amount when you're putting in the claim. Keith says, in the words of Ainsley Harriott, give your meat a good old rub.
Oh my gosh.
And you know what's funny? Here's something really funny. So at Cowboy Christmas, our buddy Michael Duncan, he had to buy me a shirt, right? This is one I was like the gift exchange we had. So he bought me this shirt, and I don't know who the hell he was buying it for. He bought it a size large. I'm like, dude, I don't ever remember in my life when I wore a size large. But on the, of course, Cowboy Christmas, the theme was, Western and all that. And he knows I like the barbecue. So on the shirt, it says, I rub my own meat, right? And I'm like, I can't wear this shirt. And she's like, well, I can fit into it now. So she walks around this damn house all the time wearing a shirt that says, I rub my own meat.
It's just a basic t-shirt, and it's just got the writing on it, and it's super comfortable. And so I wear it sometimes to bed, and sometimes I just wear it
and one day she's going to forget she has it on.
Yeah.
She's going to sit in this live stream with it on. Buy low, sell chai. It's actually sunny in Chicagoland, where actually it's the land of the Tony. Chicagoland.
Don't even.
And you can also smoke your meat. Yes.
You sure
we
can.
need to do that. I haven't done that in a while. Keith says, I never leave feedback when I buy something. eBay does it automatically, saves me a few extra clicks. I mean, I don't care about it. I'm in the same boat. I don't want to play the and it's the game that eBay wants you to play. They you put, arrived in time, satisfied. They're like, no, write more. It's like, what the hell they actually encourage you to write more. They want you to give a product review, and I think that's a bad thing too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kyle says, I shipped a baseball cap to Hawaii. Ground Advantage was $6. And I looked up UPS for comparison, and the cheapest was $60. Yeah. I never allow any Hawaii, Alaska, or what are they? The protectorates with
Puerto Rico.
Well, with anything with FedEx or UPS. I just don't do that.
Yeah.
Travis of Dallas says, my secret for returns is 60-day buyer pays. Most people don't realize it's buyer pays until they open the return. They just see 60 days. I've been making great sales. I return one return request never sent. That's a good tip.
That's a good one.
In it to Flip It says, I can support those kind of AI thumbnails. LOL. Well, I sent them to Beard, so if he wants to use the thumbnails that I sent him.
I think he's got...
He's like, well, what about our wives? Our wives are going to divorce us. I said, Beard, I think our wives are well past the age of giving a crap about using thumbnails like that.
Yeah.
CK Roll says, I agree that I may get a higher conversion if I had returns turned on. In all honesty, the anxiety I get when I get a return request, even when it's off, sets me on an emotional fire.
Yeah.
So it's a mindset game. It's a mindset game. And, I could sit here and tell you guys all day long, mindset. But everyone's got to figure out how they can manage and change that mindset. Sometimes for some people, it's
when
books.
we first started at full time doing it, I will say the both of us used to get really bent out of shape about feedback, about returns, and then you just over time you eventually just don't give a shit.
And Beard says, John is trying to get us divorced, putting strange women in my thumbnail. Of all the things that you've said,
I'm pretty sure Joni's not going anywhere.
All the things that you've said on your program about Joni, You're still married. I don't think this one's gonna be the one that is crossing the line. Basket Noodle. One could misconstrue the lack of women.
Yes.
That's what I said. He got really offended for some reason. I don't know why. But he is going to add Todd's hand to the
Oh
thumbnail.
gosh, that
So,
would. Where
just-
are you gonna put the
I know
hand?
there's lots of areas you shouldn't have his hand on that thumbnail. Big Dre says there's a store that has their cat in every photo, and
Oh.
I don't know. Again, it's like, oh, this is maybe that's what motivates them to list. Okay, let's take some photos next to the cat with this item. That just, I don't know. To me, it's just
not.
it doesn't set.
professional.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, I like pictures of cats, but not when I'm trying to sell.
You're selling
something.
cat items. That
Yeah.
makes sense, right? But if you're selling like, I don't know, maybe a air purifier system, it's like, well, how long have you had that with the cat? I mean, it's gonna have
Yeah.
cat hair all over it. I mean,
Yeah, it
I don't
just
know.
it opens up too many ideas.
Andy Reno had pictures of like that in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah,
With bananas
yeah.
or beard.
Basket says some of economics claiming that was expected as 6% uptick will be at least 6% downtick now. 12-point swing due to you ran. We'll find out. I mean, it's a message just came out today saying that they're going to wind down the war. I don't know. We'll find out. Into the Flip, it says I had a cancellation on a $300 sale today. Fine, relist it, and I lost 18 watchers. Mistake buyers should be put in a timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, why didn't you figure this out before you bought it? I mean, it's almost like these buyers are in such a rush to buy it because they don't want someone else to grab it. But then they realize, oh crap, I got the wrong one, and you don't even get an apology. It's just cancel.
Well, because you don't, when you're buying, like when I'm buying on a website, not eBay or Amazon. If I'm buying on a website, I'm not gonna contact them to let them know, hey, I bought this by accident, or I need to. I mistakenly bought the wrong size. I'm not gonna message them for that. I'm just gonna cancel it.
Yeah, but Amazon's a little bit different than.
I'm not talking about
eBay.
Amazon. I'm talking about anything else, any other company.
Okay, we got Tay with us. Says hello all, happy Friday. I hope that being that eBay merged with Depop is going to be a good thing. I don't know what it means really. Other than maybe bringing in a younger crowd of buyers, I don't know what that's going to do for everyday seller.
Has anybody seen any advertisements for it? When does it take effect? Like,
Anissa's out by the river right now.
oh, I want to be by the river. I want to come walk with you.
And Into Flippin says Spam got to talk a lot. It was
I
amazing.
know, she told me.
She's had a lot of time to
She
take
said-
pointers on how to talk a lot.
She was wound up and ready to go.
She's been sitting there taking notes. In fact, when their live first started, she was in the corner on the iPad,
I
sitting there
know.
taking notes. How to take over a live stream. Okay, and then once she got it down, she took the second seat, and then she tried to take over the live stream. He wouldn't let her. And now that she found a place to go, she was really able to talk.
I asked her, so did you actually get to talk without interruption?
Big Dre says, I recently refunded an item that did not arrive, but a few days later, eBay gave me the money back because the buyer got the item. That's the first time that ever happened to me. So yeah, if they open an item not received case, and this was announced at the eBay Open in this last year, that you're going to be covered if the item does get delivered after you refund it. And it was supposed to be an automated thing. I would just contact eBay and get someone to take care of it because I don't trust anything that eBay automates. Shopping with Cheryl says, oh shoot, I missed Spam's live. Was it something Lunchbox?
I can't remember what channel she
I think it was
on.
Todd says, John can't handle my store in the voice of Jack Nicholson. You can't handle my store. Does that sound about right? Christopher Nutter says, Spam was live on Thursday. Yes.
Reseller lunchbox. Yes.
Oh, so I guess Basket Noodle caught us at the airport. Going to fly back home. Better get in line now.
Oh.
Well, safe travels.
Safe travels.
Keith says, Jenna's going to use their favorite airline, Yes, that's
the only
Southwest.
reason yet I have to is
We have
because
free-
we still have credits.
We have credits. They decided they were going to, the heck, they didn't do anything wrong, but they're going to give us credits, right?
Yeah,
And
they
to
give us
flip
like
it,
$500 each.
the Dakotas get a lot more flooding than we do.
Really?
Really, I thought North Dakota did. There's Biff. The quick warm definitely made the avalanche conditions that killed those 9 skiers in Tahoe a couple weeks back. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so sad.
Landshark Craig says, "What's up tonight?"
Hey.
Hopefully we get some sales that'll happen here. Yan Mick 9460. Spring was today at 10 hours 46 a.m. Eastern time.
Oh, okay. So,
Today,
well, wait.
20th
Are
or
you
the
in a
21st?
different country? Are you in the U.S.?
Well, yeah, Eastern time. Landshark, you can't handle the truth, Todd. Hint: resource grabs usually have multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big win. Is that what's making Whatnot the frenzy?
I have no idea.
Mark says, thinking of going managed services only in cutting projects, more time for reselling. There you go. Got to have time to do this. Jenna's ninja bidding.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like I have to set my brain on how to source for product. What I do when I'm trying to win something personally for my own use, that's a whole different story.
That's when sniping is.
That's
involved.
when I am on the last couple of seconds in there and I jump in and I grab it.
What I advocate for is what I call swiping, where I'm just trying to swipe it at my price, and maybe I become the top bidder, and I end up getting it because people just forget about it or whatever. And
I was hoping with that item that the person that was bidding would forget about it and not bid anymore, but no.
Thomas says, on a side note, I won a sweet auction last night for loader mounts.
Loader mounts, nice. Sounds like you could make a pretty penny.
Craig says 3 sold. Sounds like toothbrush holders. Yeah.
No.
And it flip, it says, do pay a buyer premium on your auctions, or do you pay a buyer premium on your auctions? I pay 20%. I think it's crazy. Yeah, it's like 15%.
15%.
Biff says, I always bid within my niche, whether I want the item or not. Nobody gets anything cheap in my category on my watch. There you go.
That's.
But not to the expense of where you find yourself as the winner of that item, and you would not have paid that normally.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, like I said, that particular item, because of the resale value, is why I was so, revenge bidding.
And can you imagine if I let her in charge of customer service? Revenge customer service. That's going to be a thing.
I am an angel at customer service.
We need you to be that angel when you're bidding on stuff, please. Because I don't want.
I spent 15 years in customer service.
Honor Squad says, I've been there, Jenna. It's hard to stop when you want to win.
Yes.
Where Pigs Fly Farm says he's probably telling the story and calling you a mother trucker today.
Yeah.
I did that once.
Is.
I went and picked up a pallet, and I recognized that this is like a couple years ago. And it was a pallet that I wanted, but I got outbid. But I wasn't because I got outbid. I was really fighting this guy. And I'm like, okay, I went above where I wanted to. I guess I'll go on to the next one. So I bought a couple pallets. I scheduled the pickup time. Coincidence has it, this person scheduled the same pickup time, and they wheeled out this pallet. And I'm thinking, oh, did they screw up and give me his pallet? I went to the van over here, and I'm waiting for mine, and you kind of mingle around and talk to people while you're waiting for your stuff to come out. And I'm like, oh yeah, I said, that's the pallet that I was bidding on about a week ago, and he gave me the nastiest ass look.
Yeah, because he's like, damn, I paid too much.
That was my way.
Sorry.
That was my friendly way of jabbing in a way. Like, yeah. Kenneth Oros says, bid to win. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I usually what I do is I just go in and bid what I'll pay, what I want to pay max at the max, and then I move on to the next item. It takes me about a good 2 to 3 hours to go through and do all that.
See, and Andy Reno says half the fun is bidding other people up, and so it's the old adage on what Storage Wars. You want to get it as cheap as you can get it for, but if you can't, you want to make that other person spend as much of their available capital as you can, so that the other items they're not going to be able to bid up later. I mean, that's kind of the theory.
Well, I wanted that guy to pay since I wasn't gonna
but I
get
don't
it.
advocate it.
I don't. No, I don't advocate it either. Can you end the poll? We don't need it anymore.
It won't let me end the poll, ma'am.
It's down here.
It won't let me. I'm trying to tell you, it won't let me. I'm trying to end the poll. It won't let me get to it. So Chuck is forever with us. Oh, here it is.
There he is.
No, it's saying, oh, there. I think I ended the poll.
Okay.
So it's kind of a split thing. We all have our opinions of Chuck. I think had been a great Jedi.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they can make him a Jedi ghost or something. Let's see.
Oh, Thomas. Okay, I get it. I do get it.
Christopher Nutter says, I got a notification on eBay of something I listed was a quantity that sold out. eBay asked if I wanted to restock it. Must be something new. I haven't seen that.
So going back to the whole my bidding thing. So that's what Thomas is making the joke that it was him that was bidding us up. That would mean that you have to come out here to pick it up because they do not ship anything from this place. So.
Okay, I'm just seeing what was texted me while you're on your diatribe.
It's
And to flip it says, I hope you weren't wearing that shirt the night you had to visit from the police. I rubbed my meat.
Oh, no, thank God.
I rubbed my own meat.
But it was probably worse than that. I could have probably gotten away better with that. I had to, after they cleared the house, I had to come back in here and get some clothes on because...
John Elishat says, I just recently noticed eBay does not allow us to choose 14-day return period. It's only 30 or 60 now. And I thought that was category specific before, but I've only used 30 days. It's fine. Guess the Draw says, first time tuning in for a live. Well, thanks for being here. Is the general consensus that eBay sales are lackluster lately?
As a whole, yes.
We talk about that tomorrow on the PPP. Now, here's my theory on some of it. Not all of it, some of it. For those of you guys who are using maybe an AI listing program and maybe have been doing so for over 6 months now, and you're not incorporating an end item sell similar process, many of those items are now becoming stagnant in eBay's eyes. There's 90 days stale, 180 days stagnant, and there's an actual place on an eBay account reps report for how many listings you have that are stale, how many do you have that are stagnant. And if you have any that are stagnant, I'm sure that the algorithm is pushing you way down. They're not going to give you as much time as a newer listing, the same listing that might be newer. And maybe incorporating that process into your game will help with that. That's just the theory that I have. I mean, you guys know my theories. I mean, it's not based on really anything, but just what ifs. Ryan says, I didn't call yet, but the late arrivals were auto-removed from that statistic, although the late carrier acceptance scans were still counted against that stat. I guess it was partially forgiven.
Okay.
I don't know. I have to go check mine out again, but right now we're within the acceptable range. So, in it to flip it says, people don't want items with pet hair, and that's all they're going to think about. Never mind those who are allergic.
Yes.
Yeah. Those who are allergic, right? It's like you see that and you're allergic and you're like, there's no way I'm buying from. That's why people do put in their listing, comes from a smoke-free and pet-free home. Yeah. You know. Basket says, back when we had the game store, my ex designed an eBay template with cats, dogs, cartoonish, was brilliant, and sales were rocket ship. Well, how come you're not using it again? Time to Sell Collectibles says, in 2.5 years, I have had 7 returns, 1 buyer remorse, 6 damaged in shipment. USPS paid insurance on 5. 2 went through 1 appeal, and I currently have 1 open for a 2nd appeal. Dang. Yeah, I mean, but that's it. Someone came in on the video that I made this week. One of the things that I was saying was talking about the claims process with USPS and UPS for that matter is designed on a damaged item to really make it difficult for you to actually complete the process, because if it's an item you're selling someone, they know the buyer's not going to go to the post office and deal with that. And the truth is, you open a claim on an item that's damaged, they're going to tell you to tell the buyer or the recipient to go to their post office, and they know that most of the time the buyer's not going to go through that. They're going to open a return, get their money back. And the idea, there's a person who posted this, that the only way to do it is to have the buyer ship it back to the seller and have the seller open the return request or the claim. And it's like, that's not good advice. It's not good advice, and it flies in the face of what USPS says in their own policy. Christopher says, will old days of eBay sellers had females with low-cut shirts to sell their items? Yes, yeah. There's one that I remember when I was selling the military patches, right? There's a seller that had these similar badges, but they're like signs or full-blown signs. And they had like some bikini-clad person. Maybe it was her that was selling them. I don't know. But it was holding the sign, and everything else was just out to sea. Of course, covered up, but you know, it's like okay. Suit? Yeah. Or lingerie or something like that. It's like, what does that have to do with the sign? Yeah. Sutter's Mill says the corridor from Chicago to St. Louis to Memphis is the USPS's biggest problem area in the entire country. The issue isn't the physical mail network, but a staffing crisis. Yeah. I bet.
Well, it isn't. A couple of years ago, when we remember when we went through that season of like they were all late. I think it was during the pandemic. I think Dallas, or was it Dallas, that had all the issues with the shipping, and they didn't have enough staff. It was a whole mess.
So this is one of the first things I can say that I really agree with Basket Noodle, and I can actually understand at the same time. One of the things eBay should do is display a part of the long description on cell phones versus see description link in the pop-up dialog. So on an eBay, on the PC or Mac, you can see the whole description. You just scroll down, but on the mobile, or the mobile-based app, you scroll down just to see other people's listings, but there's a little link, see description, and who's going to see that? Yeah. Wolfman says, howdy everyone. Hello. Why do people in Greece hate Dons? Don takes Greece away. It's a joke. It was a dad joke.
Okay, why are everybody's doing that to me? I look like a dumb blonde.
Well, you like Don over Palmolive.
I do. I won't buy Palmolive.
She gets mad at me when I pick up Palmolive, because back in the 80s they said that your hands would get soft if you used it. She's
you don't even do the dishes, so
I'll do them once in a while. Basket says, completely missed the joke. If you're going to fly back in 2 weeks, Jenna, you better get in line now.
Oh, it was a joke.
A joke. Okay.
All right. Here I am.
Cheryl says, for online auctions, I set a max price before it even starts and never looked again until it's over.
Yeah.
Saved a ton of money that way. Auctions are like gambling. Gotta win.
Yes, that's exactly what I do. I do the shipping, and then I go to my computer and I do all of the bidding for the evening, because bids don't start until 6 p.m. Pacific time. So I do all of the bidding, and then I turn my computer off and I'm done for the day.
Do you realize with the process that we have, we bid on hundreds of items a day. Mm-hmm. And if we won every single one of those because we had to have it, we wouldn't have a place to put it all.
Right.
So we don't need it.
No, I get it. I mean, like last night, I think I only won like 8 items.
I guess we missed his joke. Tom's joke.
I did miss it.
Basket says, if someone wants to send me a decent box of chocolates, I'll break the tie on either side.
Oh, for the Jedi.
Yeah, but if I mail you some chocolates, it'll be melted by the time you get it. Basket says, I've been using Perplexity to do the template work. Nowadays, have to be mobile ready. It's why I said on the mobile they need exposed full description better. Yeah. So I have on my account on the main, let's see if I can get it real quick for you. So if I can't get it. It's on the other account. But I had AI Perplexity design me a mobile friendly template that I can then go in and fill in, the bullet points. That's going to be really professional looking for what it is as compared to everyone else's. I can find things on my PC in under 20 seconds. On mobile, having to do all the filters is a disaster. Yeah. But if you're out and about, don't have a PC in front of you, it's all you got, you're trying to buy something, then you just deal with it. Guess the Draw says, would love to hear more of the theory on why sales are down. I've used Nifty, but they create a new listing and now using list easier, so hopefully it's not a problem going forward. I think it's inherent with, I think it has a lot to do with the photos. So whether, I think some have reported they've done the end item sell similar, they've lost photos. I think it's inherent with AI listers that you have that error message, and I haven't seen it myself, but it's only a theory. I like to incorporate an end item sell similar process, and I'll even go as far, if I ever see those error messages, as doing a screen grab to grab my old photos and use them again.
What the heck?
We're buying popcorn tonight at the movie.
Yes, I get popcorn and maybe a sweet.
Duncan says, how to get Jenna revenge bidding in my store. These extra bids would pay for my KFC.
Thank you, Duncan.
Well, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Donna's a miracle cleaner. Not
It
just
sure
delicious.
is. I use it on a lot of different things.
Here's a question Jovial has. If fitness guru Chuck Norris lived to be 86, what is your guess how old you'd be when you kick the bucket?
Oh.
I mean, I hope it's not 56. I don't know. I don't know.
I really don't
And see,
know.
if we
because
knew-
there's so many factors that play into it.
Here's the thing. If you knew how long you had, I think everyone would kind of go crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Because it could be tomorrow and I don't.
Ryan Hess says, on the mobile app, if you click the title under the photo, it opens the description from a pop-up. Yeah. And real quick, going back to this question that Guess the Draw was talking about the theory of why sales are slow. The cool thing about, and we're going to talk about it here in a minute because we're going to do another giveaway. Cool thing about TreeCat is if you do all your end items sell similar within the software, you don't have to play any games with it. It'll just do it for you without any of those issues. And let's say the cool thing also is you can maybe sell something once and get it. Let's say something seasonal, you get it once a year, you sell out of them, and then next year rolls around. Well, eBay lost all your listings. TreeCat will keep them for you. So here's what I want to do before we get close to ending this thing. I want to give away a hat and a shirt for TreeCat, and I'm going to put on the TreeCat promo and put a number between 1 and 300 in the chat. If you won before, let someone else win. And we will come back and draw a winner.
Have a good night, B-Nudes.
You guys hear us talk a lot about cross-listing on this program. And you guys know that we talk also a lot about TreeCat. It's just packed full of features. And the cool thing is it's really not a program that's 100% only for cross-listers. Yes, if you're a cross-lister, there's no need to even use any other tool. But there's a cool feature I really haven't talked about a lot, and that's their AI photo listing feature that allows you to upload one or more photos for one or more listings, and the AI is going to step in and do your listing work for you. And then all you have to do is go in, double check the work, and launch your listings, and you've saved yourself a ton of time. Now, the best part about this is that this is yet just another feature built within TreeCat, and you do not pay for any listings that you make until the item sells. So you only pay when you sell with TreeCat, and you can list hundreds, thousands of listings. They don't care. It's the only time that you're ever going to pay is when it sells. Now, for the first 2 months, if you use my code down below, you won't have to pay at all for the first 2 months. And then you can evaluate what I've been trying to tell you all along, that TreeCat is the best program, and this just puts it over the top. So what are you waiting for? That is the best question. What are you waiting for, darn it? So hopefully we have some winners in the chat. I see about 20 people who've put a number, so we're going to go ahead and run it. Here we go. And let me show you the screen, by the way. So here we go. Good luck. What is it going to be? What is it going to be? Looks like it's in a low number.
60.
60 is the winner.
Oh, Johnny Gaynor, I see 69.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Mike Sellers, 64.
That might be our winner right there. I think it is.
I got to go through them. Hold on.
So we'll talk about some other things here while she's doing that. Time to Sell Collectibles says water, white
Yep,
vinegar,
Mike
salt,
Seller.
and 1 spoon Dawn sprays your weeds away.
Yes, I've tried that before.
And I went out and bought a bunch of weeds killer. I got to go out and spray that this weekend again.
We gotta.
Here's the thing: Flippin Ain't Easy 2020 at
Yay!
gmail.com.
Congrats!
There's
Mike.
my email, Mike. Send me an email and give me the size of shirt that you wear and your address, and we'll get it over to the folks at Tree Cat.
Yeah.
Duncan says popcorn and ice cream with your movie.
Well, now we can afford it. So yeah.
I mean, I don't know about ice cream.
I don't know about ice cream though. Or
'Cause
maybe
we
like
tried to
a
sneak in
candy.
ice cream. That there's a place that this is all built in the casinos in Vegas. All the bowling alleys and movie theaters are at the casino, and they have this frozen custard place. And one time we tried to nonchalantly walk in the movie theater with it, and they're like, "You can't take that in here." I'm like, "Oh, come on, man!" So we had to eat it real quick before we went in,
Yeah.
which is brain freeze city.
Which is stupid.
Big Dre says if sales are going down in general, then it probably is linked to the rise in gas costs due to the war keeping people from making extra purchases on eBay
Yeah.
that aren't necessities. Could
I'm
be.
sure it's playing a
Could
role.
be.
Yeah.
People are trying to make money stretch and they just don't have the disposable income that they had. And maybe that's what's happening here. We don't
And
know.
what's strange is our gas prices are very, they're not like skyrocketing.
Oh, we need to go fill up the tank. I would say that's the advice I'd give anybody right now is get that gas
I mean,
tank
I was
full.
watching somebody on YouTube and they were complaining about $3.69 in South Carolina, and I was like, that's our norm.
Andy Reno says, my wife's name is Dawn. Let the jokes fly.
Oh, is it? How funny. I like the name Dawn, though.
Samantha Hunter says, hi, John, Jen, and chat. Bye, everyone. Had a great
Hi.
weekend.
Yeah.
Well, nice to see you, and goodbye. Biff says, John, don't we need to see the Tree Cat AI lister in action?
I think you do need to do it.
I am going to do a video. I'm going to do a video that's going to kind of go over some of that. But it did show you in the cutaways the AI lister in action a little bit. The cool thing about this whole thing, you can go on. There's no obligation. You try it for 2 months. Decide if it's going to work for you. If it doesn't work for you, just cancel. But at least you don't know until you know. And we don't know what we don't know. And maybe it'll work for you the way you want it to work. I think sometimes we try to make something work, or we try to conform what we do to make a program work. And I think because you can do everything within this program, or 95%, you can't set promotions and offers. That's the only thing you can't do on TreeCat.
But they're working on doing that.
Yeah,
So.
but it's all in one location, so you don't have to jump back and forth to do most tasks. I don't know, but I think it's something that if you're seriously trying to not only cross list but manage your listings, and it's only one eBay store right now. They're working on getting multiple stores in place, but it's really a solid program. I'll tell you that. So let's see. Joby says, wow, y'all be planning on living a long time.
I don't really have any idea how long I could possibly live.
Well, this thing just said I'm living till I'm 60.
Oh no,
That
gotta-
sucks. I'm missing my retirement then.
That's got to be wrong.
I hope it's wrong.
I hope it. I pray it's wrong.
But, what can I say? Here's the deal. We are at the end of the chat. We'll end it with Beard says, I'm back. Did y'all miss me? If you did, you'll be able to see him in about a half an hour from now.
Yeah.
Go over to the Bearded Picker channel and go in and hang out with him. We're going to be leaving here to go to the post office because it's obvious that our backup carrier is not coming today. And if they are, it's going to be 6:30, and I'm not going to be around to wait that long. We're going to be going to the dinner and a movie. So that said, I want you guys to have an excellent weekend. Sales might be slow. The biggest way to get around slow sales is to just keep focused on doing what you can do, the things that you can control. And maybe it's time to try an end item sell similar process if you have items that have been sitting for many, many months, and giving them that new item boost that, heck, it works for us. So maybe it'll work for you. So with that said, have an excellent
Yeah, get out, enjoy the
Weekend.
sunshine. Everybody get your dose of vitamin D. Because I know I need to.
And I guess Beard's going to try to pick on me for some reason. He likes to pick on me. I guess, you know,
You're a very pickable person.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
it is. That's what friends are for, right?
Yeah.
So go over there and watch him make fun of me. And in the meantime, you guys have an excellent weekend, and
We
we'll
love
talk to
you.
you here very soon.
God bless everyone.
Take care.
We would be honored